Now, not everybody wants my attention. So, now anyway, now about a reboot though, for those who don't care about reboots or remakes of, existing content, when you reboot something that's already been, that's grown dead, grown old, you got to revision it to bring up a newer fan base. That's what a reboot is, because this Power Rangers Lost Galaxy reboot that I'm doing is only for people who want to become fans of my fan fiction series. So even though I do not own copyrights of Power Rangers, I do not own any Sentai footage or anything. Toei and Saban does, not me. I'm just a fan who worships this stuff. But if you want, no. Now anyway, the reboot is going to be in the very beginning. But this time we're going to do this. I'm doing the story completely different, with 5 new individuals become the Lost Galaxy Power Rangers, pulling the Quasar Sabers out of the stone and such. But I want to do it in the original Ginga Man version. But I don't want them to dress up in them little noblesmen, clothing. I want this whole movie to be completely 100% modern. I want it to be, like everyday modern day life, cities and stuff, because Ginga Man was a nature themed Sentai show, and I know this is paper and so I remodeled this some other time, I don't know when, and so therefore I want to do I wanted to do this the original Ginga Man, the original Sentai way. I don't want to do it like Saban's version, where you just started off with this lemon-headed villain that was from a different Power Ranger show, Sentai counterpart, that only made it into America a year later, whose costume only made it a year later in the American production. Furio, who wants the Quasar Sabers, give it to Scorpius, because actually the reboot, for the older fans that liked watching Power Rangers Lost Galaxy a lot, the reruns, I'm not going to have Scorpius in this movie neither. Like Trakina, Scorpius will not be in this reboot neither. I'll probably reintroduce Scorpius for a small period of screen time for another film, for a second film, because I know a lot of people didn't like Scorpius, because people felt Scorpius was a very boring villain to begin the series with, even though Furia was a little intriguing, Trecheron was okay, but Trakina stood out the best of the villain bunch of the season, because she's the greatest female villain of all time. I like her. I like her costume. I like her makeup. I like her portrayal. But I'll tell you, about Trakina, I'll tell you details about what I'm going to do with her when I probably do a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 sometime in the near future, for like a 2016 or 2018 or something release. But I'll be like in my late 20s at the time when I make those 2 films. I don't know when. The Galaxy Rangers are going to be different. Since I don't like the Yellow Galaxy Ranger being a girl, because I want my version of the Yellow Galaxy Ranger to be a guy. Like, if you've seen Ginga Yellow in the Sentai footage, he's a male. He has, you've seen his genitalia. You've seen his chest. He doesn't have, To be honest, I never really liked it, Maya, Serena Vincent in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, because even though Serena started off on Power Rangers to begin her acting career, so I didn't really like Maya much. Kai was okay. He was an okay Blue Galaxy Ranger, but I don't want him. So at least I did get the red, pink, and green Rangers right for my reboot. But since for those who didn't really care, the blue and yellow Rangers that I have for this is incorrect. The Yellow Ranger is a jungle girl based on Saban's version. Blue Ranger is an Asian dude, either Korean or whatever, Vietnamese. So I don't want those 2. But Maya was the most bizarre female Yellow Ranger ever. But even though you guys like her, but I don't. But I want to do that. If you guys don't like what I'm doing with the Rangers, that's fine. You don't have to follow this movie. I'm only doing this to bring in a new fan base. Privately. Not, you know, so that way some jerkwad troll or something will say that you're ruining, they'll be like, you're ruining these Power Rangers, you suck, get the fuck off YouTube and stuff, or this guy is, or some other guy who's a jerk and a douchebag, because, you know, there's like a million trolls and douchebags on YouTube saying some mean things to one another, because what in the world has gotten into what in the world has gotten in with the internet? There's like so many, you know, people on YouTube that I've seen that's made mean comments to me, saying mean things when there's something I don't like, they get offended with it, telling me to go fuck off or whatever and all that stuff, or saying shut the fuck up. I guess they want me to shut the fuck up. It's not like it's like as if I want to shove a sock up my mouth and put tape over my mouth and choke on the sock and die, and don't hear from me ever again for as long as you live. Anyway, I don't want the Yellow Galaxy Ranger in this neither. The girl Yellow Ranger, since Galaxy Yellow and Ginga Man is a guy, so I want to do it completely different. And you know, from what you saw in the featurette about the reintroducing the Galaxy Rangers from last month or so, the Blue Ranger is going to be is going to be yet another white guy, who's a bit more of a Joker, who's a bit more like a practical Joker, and also loves extreme sports, unlike Kai, who is Terra Ventures' top, you know, whatever in the GSA. And the Green Ranger, the Green Galaxy Ranger in my version, you know, compared to Damon, the Green Galaxy Ranger is a mechanic, but he's also into building high-tech weaponry and gadgetry and stuff. And he's a complete serious, well, the Green Galaxy Ranger is going to be like Kai, who is like who's a bit too strict and over-determined and doesn't like playing by the rule, you know, that plays by the rules and such, while the Green Ranger is like Damon. Well, the Blue Galaxy Ranger in my version is like Damon, except he's white and not black, you know, bald-headed black guy like Damon, played by Reggie Roll, and he's like a practical Joker who doesn't like to do anything. He's always being a distraction when the Rangers tell him to be a decoy, you know, to allure the villains and stuff, like, you know, as seen in episodes The Lights of Orion and Journey's End, when, like, you know, so, but the Red Ranger in my version, like the original TV version, Leo, and, you know, of the actual series, my Red Ranger is a stowaway, but he's a complete outcast. He doesn't have friends to begin with, and all that stuff. He doesn't. Well, he's trying to find a way to fit in society. He was a troubled person. So that's why my Red Ranger is completely serious. He's not like, you know, when Leo started off in the series in Quasar Quest, he was a little immature when his brother told him not to come on Terra Venture and stuff, and gave him the Quasar Saber. And when his father, well, at least I'll keep the older brother, younger brother element, like from Ginga Man and the series, and the American production of it. I will have the Red Ranger's brother, you know, because I want to do this completely origin. I also want to introduce the Magna Defender in this one. I was originally going to have the Magna Defender be introduced in the second one. I mean, if I do get to do a PRLG2, but no, I decided to introduce him in this first movie. This first reboot movie of planned trilogy of films. Because I know as much as you guys like the Magna Defender, I will have him in this reboot as well. So cross your fingers and hope I will find somebody that can do his voice. And no, I will not have. And no, if I did the Magna Defender, I won't do his voice like Christian Bale as Batman, talking like, you know, how ridiculous Christian voices Batman, where he's like talking gruff, like he got something shoved up his throat or something, like I work alone and all that crap, and you know, and I don't need your help and all that crap. Don't talk to me and all that, you know that sort of thing. I'm not going to have the Magna Defender sound like Christian Bale in the Batman Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan. I'm not going to do that. Because if I did, Magna Defender would sound very ridiculous if he sounded like Christian Bale. Almost as close, but no. Not even close. So what do you guys think of my character rebooting and all that stuff? So, you know what to do. Comment, subscribe for more video updates, and see you later.